please look at everything on here. Submit one paper copy and one digital copy of it. Like I said, we're aiming to digitize all the past grant files, but we have been digitizing everything that's been happening that's new for the past 3 years. Make sure that you have the correct headings that go with it. We use this as part of the categorization process whenever we're collecting all your stuff. And don't just gloss over something and not submit it. Like we said, we'll have to kick out incomplete applications. Just a quick couple of points. Some of these things look similar to PARTIF. Your local government contact person cannot be your planning firm. It cannot be the COG. It has to be somebody from the local government. This could be whoever. Ideally, this is going to be the person that's going to know the most about your grant. It could be Parks and Rec director. It could be town clerk. Could be your council person. Not ideal because elections change things. But it cannot be somebody of a third party. If we see somebody from a planning firm on there, we can't do that. The National Park Service asked for this information, the congressional districts. We don't want to go in and have to look and incorrectly document who your congressional people are. Please look at that and do that. We need this form to be completed. Like we said, renovation at an existing Lwcf site is what we're looking for, or an acquisition. To acquire new property. I think we've already talked about that to some extent. Let's see, all of this, your federal percent share, that's stuff that we've talked about. There's going to be forms that help you fill out. Honestly, this form right here is typically the easiest thing to do as you're filling out your application. Don't fill this out first and then try and build the rest of the application. Let's see. So because a lot of this is new, what we've tried to do is not just give you the form, like this is the form that you're going to have to fill out. We've not just tried to give you a blank form and say, oh, there you go, try and figure it out on your own. We've tried to help guide you through it. At each one of these forms, there are going to be questions that you're going to have to fill out, information that you're going to fill out. We've given you before you look at each one of these sections, we've given you an example of what it needs to be filled out like. And the reason for doing this is so that you have an understanding of what best practice looks like when it's filled out. A lot of cases, these examples have come either directly from information that we've gathered from the National Park Service or lessons that we've learned over time. I highlight this. The value of your donated property is not eligible as local match. I hate that this is something that we have to say. We're still ongoing with the National Park Service to get clarity on that. There may be in the future the chance for donated property to be served as match within your land acquisition. But as of right now, there's not enough information for us to tell you that yes, you can use donated value as your match for land acquisition. Different than PARTIF. If it's PARTIF and you have land donation, yep, let's talk about that and move forward. The other thing is this information right here. PARTIF, you have to tell us where your match is coming from, and it's kind of cursory. You can change that pretty easily, and it doesn't affect your contract. The information that you give us of where your match comes from is used in part of your contract development. So if you say that you're going to have a private donation that's going to cover $100,000, and then 2 years into the contract, that private donation evaporates, they don't want to donate anymore, you need to let us know because we will have to tell the National Park Service. We've had issues with this in the past to where we've been told that a match is going to come from one place, it shifts to somewhere else, and the National Park Service asks why they didn't know that the match shifted. Even though the amount of money is there, even though it's going to come from the local government, the National Park Service wants to know where your match is coming from and wants to know where it is shifting to if it has changed. Let's see. Yep, we covered that. We give you a PDF and a Word document copy of these applications. The purpose is so that you can use the Word document and fill it out in this format. So please use all of the formats that we have. It will make your life easier and make our review and contracting easier too.